Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Fine.
Okay, that's good to hear. So are you ready to start?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So here, let's continue about what we discussed last night. So let's proceed now for 17.4. We have here the superlatives with modifiers. Now, can you read this one?
You can use usually or by far superlative adjective stronger or one of two shows the superlative belong to a group of things.
Okay, very good. So here is the example. Can you read the example?
The clock tower is easily the tallest building in the town. The clock tower is by far the tallest building in the town.
Okay, very good. How about the second example?
The clock tower is one of the tallest buildings in the town.
All right, very good. So now let's proceed for long superlatives with modifiers. Can you read the example sentence?
This is by far the most expensive shop in the street.
Okay, this is by far the most expensive shop in the street. Okay, so next one we have say the sentences out loud and then correcting the errors. So we have an example. The tree is by far the tallest. Can you read again?
The tree is by far the tallest.
Okay, very good. So let's start number one. Spain is very warmer than Scotland. What do you think is the answer?
Spain is by far warmer than Scotland.
Okay, very good. Number two.
Your house is by far beautiful than mine.
Okay, correct. Number three.
The Nile is
The Nile. It's the Nile.
one. The Nile is one of the most. One is one of the longest. No. The Nile is by far longer than the Amazon.
All right, very good. How about number four?
Uh, India is
One. India is one.
of the largest
Country.
in Asia.
Okay, correct. Number five.
The sea is by far colder than the pool.
Okay, number six.
It is the most easily social in town.
Number seven.
The tower is one of the tallest building here.
Okay, correct. So those are the correct answers So now let's proceed for the vocabulary. We have the geographical terms. So the first example we have
volcano,
volcano. It's a volcano. The second,
volcano, mountain range,
okay, the third,
glacier,
and the last one,
valley.
okay, it's a ballet. Very good. Next, we have listen to the audio and answer the questions. Okay, so before you are going to answer the questions, I will let you listen to the audio. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So that is 17.8. Let me find it first. Okay, that's one. Can you hear that?
Sharon,
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I will play again the audio and then listen carefully because later on or after this one, you're going to answer the different questions, okay?
Sharon, the world's largest mountain range. Is it the Andes or the Himalayas? The Himalayas are definitely the tallest.
Yes, but the Andes are a lot longer than the Himalayas.
Okay, the Andes then.
Is the world's tallest waterfall Niagara Falls or Corn Falls?
Niagara Falls is one of the tallest.
But I think the Corn Falls is taller. Now, where's the biggest volcano?
In the Pacific Ocean, off the coast of Japan. I read about it recently.
Great! The world's largest glacier, is it in the Arctic or Antarctica?
Antarctica, definitely.
Okay then. Which ocean is bigger? The Pacific or the Atlantic?
The Pacific is much bigger than the Atlantic. I'm sure of that. And here's the last question. Which country has the longer coastline? Canada or Australia? I think it's Australia.
No, Canada is much bigger than Australia, so its coastline must be longer too.
You'd better be right.
Okay, I will play again the audio.
Sharon, the world's largest mountain range. Is it the Andes or the Himalayas? The Himalayas are definitely the tallest.
Yes, but the Andes are a lot longer than the Himalayas.
Okay, the Andes then.
Is the world's tallest waterfall Niagara Falls or Corn Falls?
Niagara Falls is one of the tallest.
But I think the Corn Falls is taller. Now, where's the biggest volcano?
In the Pacific Ocean, off the coast of Japan. I read about it recently.
Great! The world's largest glacier, is it in the Arctic or Antarctica?
Antarctica, definitely.
Okay then. Which ocean is bigger? The Pacific or the Atlantic?
The Pacific is much bigger than the Atlantic. I'm sure of that. And here's the last question. Which country has the longer coastline? Canada or Australia? I think it's Australia.
No, Canada is much bigger than Australia, so its coastline must be longer too.
You'd better be right.
Okay, do you hear it clearly?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now let's answer the different questions. So we have here an example question. Omar thinks the Himalayas, or the correct answer is the tallest mountain range. So let's proceed now for number one. Okay, so can you read the question and then tell me your answer as well?
Seven, eight, the Andes are a bit, no, are much longer than the Himalayas.
Correct. Number 2.
What does Omar say about the Niagara Falls? It is one of the tallest waterfalls.
Correct. Number 3.
What does Omar say is of the coast of Japan? The biggest volcano.
Perfect. How about number 4? Okay, let me erase first. Number 4.
What does Omar think is found in Antarctica? The largest glacier.
Perfect. Number 5.
Omar says the Pacific Ocean is much bigger than the Atlantic Ocean.
All right. How about next, number 6?
Omar says Canada's coastline is shorter than Australia's coastline.
Okay, number 7.
Sarah says Canada is
Is the
is the lot bigger than Australia.
correct. Okay, good job. Next, let's proceed. Below, we have another pictures about the geographical terms. So last a while ago, we discussed about the different geographical terms. We have volcano, mountain range, glacier, and valley. So this is the continuation. Can you read this one?
Rainforest.
Rainforest. Exactly. How about this?
Waterfall.
Waterfall. This one? That is a cliff.
Cliff.
Okay, last one.
Ocean.
Ocean. Okay, so those are the different geographical terms. Now let me ask you, based of these following geographical terms, what are these pictures or kinds of geographical terms that you like the most? Is it volcano, mountain range, glacier, valley? Or it could be this one.
Water.
Which of this do you like most?
Waterfall.
Okay, what else?
Glacier.
Okay, glacier, what else?
And ocean.
Ocean, okay. All right, thank you so much for sharing your answer. So now let's move on for another topic. We have read the article and answer the questions. So Antarctica is easily the coldest continent on Earth. So that is true. Okay, but before that one, before we continue to answer 1 up to 6, I will let you read the article at the site. Okay, are you ready to read this one? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now please start reading the slide.
Antarctica is by far the coolest and windiest continent on Earth. It is covered by permanently frozen ground. Death Valley is California is the hottest place in the world, with temperatures of around 130 and it is also one of the driest places in the world. The Atacama Desert in Chile is much drier than Death Valley. Some parts of the desert have had no rain for more than 400 years. Reykjavik is Iceland has only 4.07 hours of daylight in December.
Okay.
Helsinki has slightly more daylight time than Reykjavik, around 5.5 hours. The two largest rainforests on Earth are the Amazon and the Congo, but the Amazon is much bigger than the Congo. The wettest place on Earth is Mount Ram in India, where the average rainfall is 11 point
11,871 millimeters per year.
millimeter per year.
Okay, very good. So now let's start answering number 1. Please read the questions and tell me is it true or false. Okay, so number 1, can you read?
Death Valley is the driest place in the world.
Your answer is true or false?
False.
Okay, number 2.
The Atacama Desert is a lot drier than Death Valley. True.
Okay, what else? Number 3.
Helsinki has much more daylight than Reykjavik. True.
All right. Number 4.
The Congo rainforest is the largest one on Earth. False.
Okay, very good. Number 5.
5. The Amazon is slightly bigger than the Congo.
The Amazon is slightly bigger than the Congo.
False.
Okay, that's false. Number 6.
The wettest place on Earth is in India. True.
Okay, perfect. That's correct. So we're done for 17.9. Next, we have likes and dislikes. By the way, are you familiar with likes and dislikes? Do you know that one? Likes and
Yes.
dislikes? Okay. So before we proceed for this topic, let me ask you, what are the things or the foods or the objects that you likes?
What?
For example, food. What are the foods that you likes?
Hamburger, pizza, and more. I don't know.
Okay. How about things?
Toys, game, and something.
Okay. All right. How about clothes?
Shirt,
And on short?
yes,
Okay. How about
maybe.
places? Okay. How about places?
Water park.
All right. Very good. Thank you so much for your answer. And now we're done about likes. Now let's proceed about dislikes. What are the foods that you don't want to eat? Dislikes.
Mm, Many, but I don't know how to call.
Yes.
I don't know how to say.
I'm sorry, what's it again?
No.
The foods. You don't
Yes,
have foods that you don't want to eat? You
I
don't
don't
have?
know.
Okay, it's okay. How about things? What are the things that you don't like?
I don't have.
Okay, you don't have. How about places?
School.
School. Okay, oh, I see. All right, so now let's proceed. Can you read this one? Start here. In English.
In English, many adjectives are formed by adding a or et to verb. These adjectives often have different meanings and can be used to describe likes and dislikes.
Okay, very good. So now let's proceed about adjectives with ing and ed, or it could be ed. Okay, so adjectives that end in or ing describes the effect something has. Adjectives ending in or it could be ed or ed describes how something is affected. So let's start number one, or the first example. Can you read the sentence, this one?
The spider is frightening.
The spider is frightening. Okay, the second example.
The man is frightening.
Okay, so if we are going to compare these two sentences, as you can see on the screen, the first example, it ending with or it ends the words ing, right? ing. The second example, it ends ed, right? Do you see the difference?
Yes.
There are
Yes.
differences. Okay, perfect. So now can you tell me another example of words that has or that ends ing? Frightening, what else? Playing, what else?
Doing. Shopping.
Doing, oh, shopping. Okay, what else?
Mm, Studying.
Correct. What else?
Um,
Running. How about running? Okay, tell me last one example.
Fighting.
Okay, how about the second example for here that ends with ed? Can you tell me another example of words?
Like
Played. What else?
what?
Okay, what else?
Saw.
Correct. What else? Give me three more examples. Yes.
Work. Run.
Work. Okay, correct. Last two.
Worker.
And last one.
Hold. Held.
All right, perfect. That's correct. Thank you so much for sharing your answers. So I think that's all for tonight, and let's continue this one next time. Thank you and bye bye.
Bye.